Good morning, citizens. Your overnight account balances have been updated. Time to start a productive day. Final notice, your account balance is below 500. You need 50 credits by the end of the day to avoid automatic eviction. If you have missed work due to illness, you must provide a doctor's note to reclaim your credits.
Any extra credits? Please.
Tensions are high today, with more people planning to join the Citizens Against Digital Control protest. Remember, the government knows who you are at all times. Resisting is not worth the consequences. All of their newest social credit systems are designed to keep you and your families safe and efficient.
Authorities seized a record balance of an individual's credits, citing excessive hoarding.
Traffic violation detected. 7 miles per hour over the limit. 75 credits have been automatically deducted.
You have to be fucking kidding me!
Yep, you got the flu. Your blood work shows a significant iron deficiency. I recommend incorporating more red meat into your diet.
Dr. Jones, your taxes were not filed and have been automatically deducted with late fees. Your medical license has been revoked.
Oh, hell nah, I filed an extension.
Purchase denied. Monthly red meat allowance exceeded. Try mealworms instead.
Can you guys please let me through?
Attention. Unauthorized political gathering detected. Participants' access to financial services has been suspended. Due to the speeding infraction, your car will be immobilized for 3 days.
Fuck you! Take your surveillance policies and rot in hell!
You've earned 50 bonus credits for reporting your neighbor's hateful misconduct. This content exceeds your current social credit tier. May we suggest citizen responsibility? Sarah, open the door. You have been identified by the authorities. Don't resist. Don't resist. Don't resist.
We interrupt your doom scrolling to bring you a warning. Digital ID isn't coming, it's already here. Convenience is the carrot, the agenda is control.
Be required to have a digital ID.
What's that?
It's an app with your personal information that's required if you want to still work in the UK. It'll have your name, date of birth, residency, even your DNA. This is to prevent illegal immigrants from getting jobs in the UK. But people are worried about being tracked by the government, so they're largely against
It sounds
this.
like one big data breach waiting to happen.
Everybody's personal identifiable information will be in one app. So if a hacker did get access, everybody would be compromised. But the UK Prime Minister says this is mandatory. And without it, you'll be a homeless bum who can't work in this country.
Why can't they just use their driver's license or their national insurance number like they're already using?
The UK Prime Minister said it's too easy to steal that. With the digital ID, they know it's you. So illegal immigrants can't get access. And since everybody has a phone nowadays, it will be on their smartphone.
What about people that don't have smartphones?
They said they already have workarounds. People that don't even have phones, they'll have something for them too. Even if you don't have internet access, the government will still be able to find you.
Is this actually about immigration or is this about control? Because this sounds like a big privacy problem.
Yes, but how else will a job know they're not hiring an illegal immigrant?
There's already a solution for that!
Hello, Governor 2024. Privacy no longer means shit. The UK
You will not be able to work in the United Kingdom if you do not have digital ID. Our immigration system does need to be fair if we want to maintain that binding contract that our politics is built on. And that is why today I am announcing this government will make a new free of charge digital ID mandatory for the right to work by the end of this Parliament. Let me spell that out. You will not be able to work in the United Kingdom if you do not have digital ID. It's as simple as that.
I'm tired. I am sick and tired of fighting these bastards. I don't want to fight. I wasn't put on this planet to fight, but fight we must. Because otherwise they're going to bring in a digital ID, and once that's in a digital currency, we will have total surveillance over everything that we do and we say. It's pretty bad now in the UK for those of you that are watching from another country. There are over 4,000 people in prison at this moment in time for social media posts. Not even their posts, post comments that people have made on their posts. This is the time to stand up. This is the hill that we must all die on. This is our freedom that we have to fight for our children and our grandchildren and all of those that come behind us. Stand up, everybody. No digital ID. Not on my watch.
First thing I want to say is to everyone saying it's only used for right to work, go on the World Economic Forum's website where they've got the digital ID up and it's like a picture with like 10 things around it about what they're going to use it for, okay? So first off, that reason's out. Here's the technical reasons of why it's so dangerous. Now, we already know about social credit score, we already know about carbon footprint, all these things that it could be, okay? But here's two technical things that are going on with the digital ID that you need to know, okay? Apple's safety and privacy on their phones has been one of their main selling points, and they've never laid down to any government when they've asked for access. Even when the police would arrest someone with an iPhone, they would struggle to break in because of Apple's advanced security features. That's the official name, okay? End-to-end encryption. Are you following, okay? The UK have now somehow made it that in the last couple of weeks that Apple have now to disable that on all UK phones. So if you have a phone in the UK and it's an iPhone, you will notice in your privacy settings that you will not have the ability to turn that feature on anymore. You won't even have the feature, okay? Because the government have now made them turn it off, right? The reason so that they can have access to what they deem as a national threat, okay? Whatever that means. The second thing, right? There's a thing right now called chat control, which a lot of people are fighting against right now, okay? Chat control is basically where there's like an AI or an LLM based on your device, a piece of software, right, that tracks every stroke of your keyboard, right? Every time you press something, whether it's in Snapchat, whether it's in messages, whether it's in notes, whether it's in WhatsApp, whether it's in like your private journal app, right? It collects this data and then it will categorize you. And who does that does what with the categorization? It gets sent off to, you guessed it, whoever it is, the servers, the government, the World Economic Forum, the evil people at the top of that, right? They will then categorize you in something by surveilling you like this. People do not understand this chat control thing, and with Apple's thing happening there, all in the UK, right, how serious and how dangerous this surveillance thing is. It's way beyond carbon footprint, it's way beyond social credit score. This is so deep, and they need the first domino to fall, which is to get this digital ID out there and for people to be on it. So I'm asking you, please share this video. People need to know so they know what they need to reject, okay? Please share this. Digital IDs are way worse and way
to use the internet. What are you going to do? Think about it. YouTube, Google, Spotify, maybe even email. If they tie it all to a digital ID and you refuse, you're locked out. But here's the thing, we still have time. The internet wasn't built by big tech, and we don't have to let them own it. Start here. Ditch Gmail for Proton Mail or Tutanota. Use Brave, Tor, or LibreWolf to browse. Switch to Odyssey instead of YouTube. Back up your files on Nextcloud, not Google Drive. They want compliance through convenience, but privacy and freedom are still options if you take them. If we all start migrating now, we weaken their grip. The more people who resist, the harder it is for them to enforce it. Tag someone who still thinks this is a conspiracy. Show them we're building solutions.
We live in a world that prides itself on speed, efficiency, and frictionless experiences. In theory, digital ID sounds almost too good to be true. Imagine a single key that unlocks every service, every transaction, every bureaucratic door. No more physical IDs, no more lost cards, No more redundant forms. Everything you are, your identity, your finances, your medical history, your social status, everything condensed into a single glowing string of code. Convenient, right? But convenience often comes with a hidden cost. And in this case, the price is your freedom. The truth about a single ID to unlock everything, banking, healthcare, travel, work, is that for them, it means centralized control. They, and the they being the 1%, the illionaires, the oligarchs, and their pet politicians, are selling convenience. But what you're really buying is the death of your privacy. Every choice you make, every doctor you see, every book you borrow, provided that libraries will still be in existence, everything will be logged, traced, and stored forever. And the risks don't end there. Centralized identification systems are indeed fertile ground for abuse. Surveillance, profiling, exclusion, and coercion are all easier when one entity can see every transaction, every movement, every interaction. So riddle me this. Who exactly decides which services you and I are allowed to access? What happens when algorithms decide you're too risky to be insured, you're too problematic to travel, or you're just too non-compliant to vote? The very infrastructure designed to simplify life can and will also be used to be a weapon against it. So allow me to distill this for you. Forget paying cash or slipping under the radar. Your digital ID is now your leash. And don't call it a score. Call it restricted access. You got to do it with the air quotes. Say it with me. Restricted access. Same effect. Non-compliance equals exclusion. And I fear you who suffer from FOMO will indeed be our weakest link in this fence of resistance. Now imagine your ID glitches during checkout, or at the airport, or at the hospital, or a hacker just randomly wakes up and decides to choose violence. That is your life on pause. Now think about it. Even minor mistakes, actual mistakes, a mismatched fingerprint, a flagged transaction, can escalate into a full-blown denial of access. And in a world where identity is no longer a paper document, but a digital string, these errors are not trivial. They're existential. Without access to your ID, you may be cut off from work, healthcare, financial institutions. Yes, they can just cut you off from your bank, your credit union, and your basic civic rights. Once you're embedded into everything, opting out equals exile. You will not be able to live without it. Use cash relentlessly. Keep analog currency alive before they kill it. Diversify your life. Keep physical IDs, cash, alternatives to digital systems. My mama used to tell me to always walk around with cash, just in case something happened. And one day after a blizzard, I went to the gas station while the streets were clear and none of the machines were working. No swipey. You needed cash to get gas because all the systems were down. Now imagine being reliant solely on your debit or credit card and having only enough gas to get to the gas station because you're expecting to be able to swipe as usual and the machines are down. Think about it. These are not the days and times to not be able to pivot. And support parallel economies, barter, local trade. Farmers markets build systems that them people, the 1%, don't control. You probably don't know, like, or trust your neighbor, but I promise you, you may need them. This is the time to cultivate community and start showing up for each other. Protect your digital footprint. Use minimal apps. Compartmentalize your accounts. Encrypt everything. Use VPNs. Secure messaging apps. Password managers and multi-factor authentication. You can also demand open alternatives. Push for decentralized privacy-first ID systems instead of government-only chokeholds. Question everything. Please read the fine print. Resist those optional upgrades that centralize your information. And teach other people how not to comply. Because we need collective refusal. These systems rely on mass adoption. If enough people push back, stall, or boycott, they lose traction. So support decentralized solutions, local currencies, community banks, privacy-first services. Work around the system instead of feeding it. The warning is simple. Convenience is seductive. So is power. And once control is surrendered, it's impossible to reclaim. A digital ID is not just an upgrade to your wallet. It is a blueprint for monitoring you, regulating you, and restricting your life. The question isn't whether digital IDs will make life easier. It's whether life will still be yours to live. I was reading from Project 2025's Mandate for Leadership, and I saw on page 2, Ronald Reagan said something interesting. Freedom is a fragile thing, and it's never more than one generation away from extinction. It is not ours by way of inheritance. It must be fought for and defended constantly by each generation. So when it comes to the push for digital IDs,
just say no.
They'll tell you digital ID is the future, but whose future? Theirs is streamlined control, mass surveillance, endless profit. Ours, dependency, invisibility, and a life locked behind a QR code. I'm not paranoid. These are pilot programs. They're active now, and they're waiting to be scaled. This is your alarm. The only question is, will you wake up before the system locks you in?